From J.R. Smith not shooting the ball in Game 1 of the 2018 NBA Finals to LeBron's chase-down block on Andre Iguodala, here are the most shocking moments in NBA history, starting off with the lowest IQ moment possible. Many blame J.R. Smith for smoking a little too much before Game 1, because there really is no explanation for what he did. The Cavaliers and the Warriors were facing off in the 2018 NBA Finals, and the Cavs had the best chance to win with a free throw at the end of regulation. The score was tied at 107, and Grant Hill was on the foul line. However, someone not keeping up with the score or the time was J.R. Smith. Hill missed his final free throw attempt, and the ball made its way to Smith. Every teammate was yelling at him to shoot as time ran out, but Smith just dribbled the clock out, not knowing what was happening.
Hill misses. Rebound goes to the Cavs. J.R. Smith brings it back out. Throws it to Hill. Hill shot blocked.
The game went to overtime, where the Warriors snatched a win from the unlikeliest of scenarios at home and would go on to sweep the Cavaliers 4-0. Talking about shocking moments, I've got two fan incidents on the same night from two different arenas during the 2021 playoffs. The first was during Game 2 of the Wizards-Sixers series. Russell Westbrook was injured and made his way to the dressing room when a fan thought it'd be a good idea to mess with the former MVP. So, in an extremely disgusting act, a fan dumped his popcorn on top of Russ's head as he walked through the tunnel. Westbrook got heated just as you'd expect him to and called the fan out.
Boo, yell all you want. We encourage that. This is just plain stupidity.
A fan went one step further and spit on Trae Young. What was he even thinking? Credit to Young for brushing it off and not making a huge deal about it, and credit to the Knicks for banning the fan from MSG indefinitely. You'd think that would be the end of it, and that the fans would learn from such harsh measures. Unfortunately, they didn't. A fan threw a water bottle at Kyrie Irving a few days later. Game 4 of the Nets-Celtics series had just wrapped up in TD Garden, Boston, a place notorious for racially motivated incidents. Of course, the entire team was outraged. After the incident, Kevin Durant reflected on poor fan behavior, saying that he acknowledged many are on edge and stressed out due to the pandemic, but it's not an excuse to do the things they're doing. He asked fans to grow the F up and enjoy the game. The alleged fan in question was arrested and charged with assault and battery with a deadly weapon.
Fans crossing the line, somebody tossed a water bottle and it nearly hit Kyrie as he was walking.
Speaking of getting arrested, the Philly fans really wanted Ben Simmons arrested for this brain fart moment. Okay, it's a slight exaggeration, but you understand how they were feeling. Simmons was one of the most impressive players for the Sixers, but he was having a nightmarish series against the Hawks in the second round of the playoffs. He scored a total of 19 points in the final 3 games combined, and only attempted 3 shots in the final quarter. He would go on to make a terrible decision in the final quarter of Game 7, a moment that is remembered by Joel Embiid as the turning point of the series. With 3 minutes left to play, the Hawks were up 88-86 when Simmons spun on the baseline to get away from Danilo Gallinari. Suddenly, he found himself all alone under the basket. What would any basketball player do at that moment? Dunk it. What did Simmons do? He decided to pass to Matisse Thybulle instead, for reasons that no one can really explain.
Tapping his way in, spins on Gallinari, gives it up. Oh, he was right there. And a foul as Thybulle goes to the basket.
Thybulle was fouled and would make only one of the 2 free throws, and the Hawks went on to pull away from the 76ers and knock them out. Cheer up, Philly fans, because this wasn't the worst moment you ever experienced, right? At least not in recent playoff history, because that certainly goes to Kawhi Leonard's buzzer beater in Game 7. For this one, allow me to take you to Toronto for Game 7 of the Raptors-Sixers series. At least the Philadelphia 76ers had a chance to turn it around after Ben Simmons' brain fart moment. This was pure madness. The game was tied at 90-90, with only 4 seconds left on the clock when Kawhi got the ball. He dribbled to the far corner using every last second to create some space. The 2-time NBA champion, as he would become thanks to this moment, made the shot just in time. However, the ball hit nearly every part of the rim, teasing the entire arena, which held their breath before finally making its way into the net for a sensational win for the Raptors.
Off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
But as great as this moment was, it's hardly the only buzzer beater we'll be talking about. Let's go all the way to Portland for two special series-ending buzzer beaters from the one and only Damian Lillard in Dame time. The first one is a thing of beauty, honestly. It's fabulous, no matter which way you look at it. The Blazers were up 3-2 in Game 6 in Portland, and they knew they wouldn't get a better chance to win the series with the next game being in Houston. However, the Rockets had managed to sneak ahead and lead 98-96 with less than a second to go. Unlike Ben Simmons, Lillard was very much aware of his surroundings and knew exactly what he wanted to do. So when he received an inbounds pass, he let one fly, and that one caught nothing but net as the Blazers sent the Rockets home in an absolute thriller. He liked doing it so much that 5 years later, in 2019, Dame did it all over again, this time against the OKC Thunder. The score was tied at 115 all in Game 5 with the Blazers leading 3-1. Lillard had plenty of time to orchestrate a play that would give Portland the win. But instead of doing all that, he decided to dribble the clock out. It wasn't until 2 seconds remained on the clock that he decided to make the shot. Allow me to paint the picture. Dame was standing maybe an inch from the logo when he backed himself to make the shot over any other possible play. As the ball traveled all the way towards the net, the buzzer sounded, but it didn't matter because Dame was never in doubt. He made it, and the Thunder were on their way back home as well.
To send the Thunder home. Lillard, long-range three.
However, the best three-pointer in NBA history, or the most clutch three-pointer, at least in NBA playoff history, was hit by Ray Allen. Y'all know exactly which moment I'm talking about. The NBA Finals of 2013 between the Heat and the Spurs. The Spurs needed to see the game out to win it all, with less than 11 seconds left. They were leading by 3 points, and the world thought the series was over and the Spurs had won it, only for LeBron to get the ball and launch a three-pointer. And when he missed, everyone knew it was definitely over now. Thankfully, Ray Allen and Chris Bosh were not going to let that happen. Bosh got the rebound out to Allen just in time, and Allen didn't waste any time at all in launching a corner three and forcing overtime.
Just puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang!
The Heat would go on to win in overtime and force a decisive Game 7, which they'd also win to make it back-to-back titles. But it's not like LeBron doesn't have clutch moments. Who could possibly forget the chase-back block on Andre Iguodala? After all, that is what landed him his most coveted championship. Fast forward to 2016. The Cavaliers are on the verge of making history as they look to become the only team ever to win from a 3-1 deficit. They've managed to force a Game 7 thanks to LeBron's heroics. And now with under 2 minutes to play and the game tied at 89-89, the Cavs get the chance to win it, only to blow it as Iguodala got the rebound and was on his horse down the other end to take the lead. What he didn't know at that moment was that LeBron James was also charging right behind him. As Iguodala got up in the air to lay it in, LeBron delivered a phenomenal block to apply the stops. It was so effective that the Warriors wouldn't score another point after that for nearly 2 minutes. The Cavaliers, thanks to Kyrie's clutch three-pointer, would, completing the greatest comeback in NBA history. So, from LeBron's chase-down block to J.R. Smith's lowest IQ moment in NBA Finals history, these were the most shocking moments in NBA playoffs history.